going to see the concept of teamwork. So, what is teamwork? It is a social aggregation in which a limited number of individuals interact on a regular basis to accomplish a set of shared objectives for which they have mutual responsibility. Teams are also appropriate for complex decision making tasks or for tasks requiring innovation or creativity. Teams are also appropriate when the situation is variable, requiring the team to adapt to the changing external conditions. Teams work best in situations in which the job requires high levels of employee interaction. A team approach will simplify the job. Team can be something an individual cannot, and there is time to create a team and properly train the members. So here we see that what is teamwork? It is nothing but it is an aggregation or a collection of a limited number of individuals who interact on a regular basis to accomplish a particular task. And teams are also appropriate for complex decision making tasks or for tasks requiring innovation or creativity. So it's the team where you can expect some sort of an innovative decision to be made and a creative decision to come in hold. Okay, so it is also appropriate that when the situation in a particular situation teams become a variable, and as per the situation the team has to adjust. The places where it works the best is when the job requires high levels of employee interaction, where the approach of a team is to make a job easier, and also a team is meant to do something which as an individual will take a lot of time, but as a team you can finish it faster. And you have always time to create a team and train the members in there. Now we are going to see the origin and genesis of the teams. Genesis means the origin of the team, how team came into existence. The traditional structure of an organization was created to conduct and monitor the flow of work. Okay, so it was somewhere in the 20th century where the need for an effective work was felt. So people started with an organizational structure. Okay, so in the last 2 decades of the 20th century, several several forces of a technological, economical, and demographic nature. So a lot of changes had happened, and it reached to such a level that the organizations were forced to respond to them. Okay, so எவ்வளோக்கு நிறைய economic competition increase ஆகுதோ அவ்வளோ வந்து கம்யூனிகேஷன் ஸ்ட்ரக்சரில் இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட் தேவைப்பட்டது, அவ்வளோ வந்து ஆர்கனைசேஷனுக்கு டெக்னாலஜிக்கலி ஸ்ட்ரக்சரலி சவுண்டாக ஆகிற மாதிரி நிலைமை வந்தது. ஸோ அதனால தான் வந்து ஒரு சேர்ந்து ஒரு குரூப் ஆஃப் பீப்புள் சேர்ந்தால தான் ஒர்க் எல்லாம் ப்ராப்பராக ஆப்ரேட் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படி அவங்களுக்கு தோணுது. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா ஸ்லோலி ஆட்டோமொபைல் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில தான் வந்து இந்த டீம் ஸ்ட்ரக்சரோட பிகினிங் ஆரம்பிச்சது, வேர் த ஆட்டோமொபைல் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ஃபெல்ட் தட் why don't we start with something called as a team approach, so that it will be easy for them for the production of the cars. And for a car different set of products had to be developed. So different set of products develop பண்ணதுக்காக ஒரு நம்ம வந்து ஒரு ஹோமோஜீனியஸாக குரூப்பை வச்சு டெவலப் பண்ண சொன்னான்னா அவங்களால அந்த டார்கெட்டை அச்சீவ் பண்ண முடியல. ஸோ அதனால என்ன ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா ஆட்டோமொபைல் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி தனித்தனியாக சின்ன 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 டீம்ஸை ஆரம்பிச்சிருது. மேபி ஃபார் த இன்டர்னல் பார்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் த காருக்கு ஒரு டீம் இருந்தது, தென் அந்த காரில் என்ன எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸோ அதுக்கு ஒரு டீம் அவள் டெவலப் பண்ணா. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி தே ஸ்டார்டட் ஹேவிங் அ டீம் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் அப்ரோச் டுவர்ட்ஸ் இட். So that the reason was to increase the flexibility. அதே மாதிரி பார்த்தானா இந்த ஒரே ரீசனால தான் every other company had to increase their flexibility, and they had to come out of the tightly ruled organizational structures. So slowly organization the structure started changing in response to the team approach. Okay, the decision making authority concerning the specific task accomplishment has been pushed on to these teams. So each part each or a particular objective a set of teams were made, and those team members they had to take a call on them. So so that based on that they can decide who can accept the work and who can go in the right direction of fulfilling the work. So in the images பார்த்தீங்கன்னா just for the sake of a குட்டி theme picture தான் I have shared with you the X-Men images, and there's one more image from a movie. So இதில் நீங்கள் பார்க்கலாம் like how Professor X he planned to uh, start an army of mutants, and how with what was his objective to have it. அதெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்களான்னா அதெல்லாம் யோசிச்சு பார்த்தீங்களான்னா அப்போ you will know that how team got into existence. So that's why I felt the X-Men example would be very applicable here. We are seeing three factors for a team which is important. The first is the amount of information and knowledge in existence. Scientific and technical advances have proved large amount of information. In such situation, team approach is feasible. Working population is becoming more educated and knowledgeable. Workers are becoming more qualified for the role in work team. So the rate of change in work activities, work teams can be responsive and adaptive to these ever-changing conditions to work. So there are only three factors: knowledge and information of the existence. First point. The second point, the working population is becoming highly knowledgeable and workers are being more qualified. And the third one is the rate in the change of the work activities, where for every situation the work teams are adapting themselves. These are the only three factors applicable here. In this slide, what we are going to see is that because of all the previous things, the genesis concept and the explanation which I have been giving you throughout, this slide it tells us that teams nala the quality of the person extrema improve ஆயிடுது. அது ஒரே ரீசனால தான் டீம்ஸ் ஃபார்ம் பண்ற அது கிடையாது. குவாலிட்டி இம்ப்ரூவ் ஆயிருக்கு, கண்டிப்பா ஆயிருக்கு, பட் that is not the sole reason for it. Okay, it is because of teams are just a means of performing the work. Teams வந்து இன்னும் ஒரு part of the work environment where the things can be performed in an efficient way. So that is why we are reading the concept of teams. So you cannot mix the teams with that of the groups. Groups are different, teams are different. So groups are having a different objective, and in groups itself lot of teams are formed, whereas teams are that one particular small congregation or a gathering of people who are together meant to do something important to achieve the goals of the project or of the organization. So இது ரொம்ப important on a difference class. Please don't confuse what is a group and what is a team. They are just two different things. Groups cannot be named as teams and teams cannot be named as groups. Groups குள்ள teams இருக்கு, ஆனா நீங்க teams வந்து groups நீங்க பார்க்க முடியாது. Okay, here we are going to see the different types of teams which we will be coming across. There are actually 4 to 5 types of teams. So the first team is problem resolution team. What does this team is do is that each member of the team is expected to have interaction with other members, and when they interact, the interaction should be sincere and it should also have a high degree of integrity. அப்படின்னா என்ன ரூல்ஸ் என்ன நார்ம்ஸ் இருக்கிறதோ அவங்க என்ன ஒருத்தரோட பேசுகிறாங்களோ அதெல்லாம் கரெக்டாக they have to talk to each other, and they should be sharing genuine information with each other, as this scheme is formed in order to achieve the objective of the organization. So organization oda well-being kaga, project oda well-being kaga, in the particular team la whatever the interaction they do, the interaction needs to be very specific. Okay, அதனால தான் they say it should show a high degree of integrity, because the interaction would be genuine. There will be serious problems which they would be discussing with each other, and they will seriously discuss like how to achieve the objective of the team. So in the process of discussion, the members should trust each other members in the problem resolution team, so that it becomes easier for them to work together. They will be focusing on issues rather than they would be preconcluding that this issue was due to this. அப்படி ஒரு கன்க்ளூஷனுக்கு வரதுக்கு பதிலா they would be more into understanding the issues and why is such a issue being created. So that is what problem resolution teams on a role is. Okay, next is creative teams. Now creative teams are what they are responsible for exploring alternatives with the broad objective of developing a new product or a service. The necessary feature of this team structure is autonomy. Creative teams need to be insulated within the organizational structure in order to remain focused on the result to be achieved rather than on organizational process. Yes, this is very true. In this creative teams, what happens is that like they would be looking for other possibilities, other alternatives, and they would be having a different idea, and they would also be having a new product for a service. So in the மாதிரி situation இருக்கச்சு, it is very important for the members in the team to be autonomically involved. அப்படின்னா அந்த இண்டிவிஜுவலுக்கு ஒருத்தரோட கிரியேட்டிவிட்டி இன்னொருத்தரோட கிரியேட்டிவிட்டி மாதிரி மேட்ச் ஆகணும் அவசியம் இல்லை. Each person has a unique creativity. So until and unless we give them the time to think about it, and we allow them to work silently in their own self-sufficient manner, you cannot get a good returns in that. So that is why a complete autonomy in this particular team is essential, and they need to be protected from other organizational processes. ஏன்னா வந்து because of any external decision making process or any other external problem nala, if the creative team gets distracted, then the very new method of selling a product or doing the project will be lost. So அதனால தான் they have to be very closely, they have to be watched. At the same time, they need to be given the independence to do their work. Okay, so in this particular thing, example, I would say like I was working in one organization in an NGO. So I was in the marketing department there, and this marketing department and the creative team were working hand in hand in a good way, because of the um, because from the creative team, the branding of the products would their suggestions, the way in which they bring out the products, all this creative concept were to be dealt with. So always, and we on the marketing side, we would be looking into the cost price for that, and how we can market it to the people, how we can bring the brand name into existence. So all those kind of concepts we were going through in the marketing team. So in this creative team, there, since it's an NGO, you don't have much of a product to market there. So the only product are the books or any other visuals. So each books na market பண்ணதுக்காக this creative team had to play a very important role. They were like a right hand for the marketing team. ஏன்னா they were the ones who were coming out with unique creative ideas, unique creative methods of promoting the content, unique way of bringing the content more into usage on a day-to-day basis. ஸோ அதில் வந்து இஃப் நாங்கள் வந்து கொஞ்சம் கூட எங்கள் ப்ரெஷர்னால, இந்த மார்க்கெட்டிங் டீம் கொஞ்சம் ப்ரெஷர்னால அந்த க்ரியேட்டிவ் டீம் மேலே நாங்கள் இம்போஸ் பண்ணோம்னா, அப்போ க்ரியேட்டிவிட்டி கோஸ் த க்ரியேட்டிவ் டீம் குட் நாட் மேனேஜ். சில வாட்டி க்ரியேட்டிவிட்டி அவ்வளோ நன்னாவும் வந்தது கிடையாது. ஸோ பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தட் டைம் எங்களால் அந்த பிராண்டிங் எங்களால் எக்ஸ்பெக்டட் லெவல்ஸ்க்கு எங்களால் கொண்டு போக முடியல. ஸோ எப்போ நான் உங்களுக்கு இந்த கான்செப்ட் நான் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுறேனோ, யூ கேன் கனெக்ட் இட். ஸோ தட் இஸ் வை we need to give the creative team their own time, but prior we would be intimating them that we will give you around first we will have a discussion with them, because stating that a new project is coming into existence and we want the creative team to work on it. So we would be intimating prior to the creative team, and the creative team will tell us what is the date and timing that they require. So they would be requiring somewhere, if they give us a time of like 4 weeks time, give us 4 weeks time and we'll finish it. So we have to respect it, and we have to give them the 4 weeks time. We cannot force them to get things done within 2 weeks time or 3 weeks time. Then the expected results won't be there. So that is the concept of, that is the role of a creative team. The next is the tactical team, where they are responsible for executing a well-defined plan. They must have a clear task identity, or the clarity of the task. They need to be aware of what are their rules and what is expected from them. The success of tactical teams depends on a high degree of responsiveness from the team members, a clear understanding of who does what, and a clear set of performance standards. So tactical teams, they want everything specific. Next is the ad hoc team. The ad hoc team is created for a specific purpose, addressing itself to a particular problem. The team members are selected from existing employees in an organization, and after the team has completed its work, the team disbands. So when you have been given a target, and the target, you have to finish it, but there is a pressure which you cannot deny, and you can neither postpone the target. So அந்த மாதிரி situationல வந்து ad hoc team நம்ம create பண்ணோம்னா it is very useful. In the sense, once the ad hoc team is created, then slowly what will happen is, at that moment, there will be representative of employees from each department of the organization. From every department they will represent it. So அந்த ad hoc team வந்து எக்ஸ்க்ளூசிவாக வந்து அந்த எந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட்க்கு ப்ரையாரிட்டி இருக்கோ அதுக்கு அவங்க வந்து சேர்ந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஒன்ஸ் அந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஒரு அளவுக்கு மேனேஜபிள் லெவலுக்கு கொண்டு வந்துட்டாங்களா, இல்லை அந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஒரு அளவுக்கு அக்கம்ப்ளிஷ் பண்ண முடிஞ்சதா, that's the time when they will be disbanding themselves. That is, the respective employees will be moving to their respective departments. So that is the ad hoc team.